Guys, I want to go over some things before we get back out there.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You know, Mr. Moves has been exceptional here, guys, today.
Yeah, what a remarkable half, the way he attacked the rim and scored in the paint. Defenders, they were trying to slow him down any way possible, but he still got through.
Easier said than done when he's the penetrator. His speed and agility make him extremely hard to defend.
Down low, Weston Hibbert. Mr. Moves out there with McDaniels. And it's George in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
Very impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on him.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for New York. For Indiana, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. And Beverly kicks to AC. Anthony left side. The dish to Middleton. From 13. Rebounded by Mr. Moves. Mr. Moves got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's George.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Here's Anthony. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That one on George. The next hit shot, 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Melo having a terrific game. 18 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
Yeah, he's played really well, moving the ball around, and you'd like to see the rest of the team kind of get into that same passing groove that he's in.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. They get a hand on it, and a fast break now for the Pacers. The rim wrangler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Kicks it to Middleton. Now here's Beverly. He's tightly guarded. Just 5 on the clock. There's the triple. The Pacers pull it in. Mr. Moves got his 5th rebound in this one.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
No good from Bargnani.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this 3rd quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
Here's McDaniels. The 3-pointer, no good. Knicks trail by 3. Middleton the pass to Beverly. Anthony right side. And the layup's good off the glass. Anthony's got 20.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Mr. Moves passes to West. Here's Mr. Moves. Defended by Beverly. To the wing right side. Pass to Mr. Moves. Here's McDaniels. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. McDaniels got 9. Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. He then went on to tell them he wants to use their fast break offense to its full effect, saying, "We can run these guys into the ground." Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. The Pacers have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts.
And their success rate from the stripe this season, about 77%.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession lead at least.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right. The pass to Mr. Moves. Indiana moving it around. Feeds it to George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Here's Middleton. 6 points for him. To the inside. Mr. Moves. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist. And now it's a 9-point Indiana lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Shots good by Middleton. Middleton's got 9 points.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Mr. Moves passes to McDaniels. There's a screen. Here's Mr. Moves. Covered by Anthony. He came off the screen and finished with authority.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
Beverly dishes to Carmelo. To the inside. And it's Beverly missing.
Excellent, really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Here's Mr. Moves, and he slams it one-handed. Nice hops and determination that time, Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Dishes it to Hibbert, out of bounds. New York takes possession. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who the best defenders have been over the past month. Here are your steals leaders. Well, you look at Mr. Moves, always dangerous on the court. He leads the lead.
Been quite a run for him defensively the last month. I mean, he's getting everything out there in terms of steals and deflections.
Shot denied. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Mr. Moves. Misses off the left iron.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
And Beverly kicks to Anthony. Pacers with the rebound. Mr. Moves got his 7th rebound here tonight. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
See some of the numbers here on Patrick Beverly. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 3 points per game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Those aren't bad numbers, but they're not the kind that are going to earn a lot of extra minutes for him either.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if he wants to play a bigger role, a larger role on the team, those numbers are going to have to be better than just decent.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for West. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And George Hill's subbed in for McDaniels. For Indiana, they have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12. That's good from Hibbert.
He didn't shoot it well from the line in the first half. but they've turned it.
And the Pacers also making a change. West is checked in for Roy Hibbert. Knicks trail by 13. Calderon with him. He's got 8. He dishes it to Carmelo. Fades away. Anthony missing again. Six seconds left to play here in the third. 2 on the clock. And that basket is in there for Mr. Moves. Mr. Moves got 13 points here in the second half alone. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Pacers up by 15. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
We get closer and closer to the playoffs. James Harden and the Houston Rockets go on the road to battle the Indiana Pacers this Tuesday, 8 Central. Don't miss it.
Knicks trail by 15. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Calderon at the 1, Hardaway Jr. at the 2. Anthony is out there with Matthews. And it's Bargnani in at the 5 down low. Calderon with it. Now guarded by Mr. Moves. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Hill leading the charge. Here's Mr. Moves. Guarded by Hardaway. Mr. Moves passes to George. Here's Mr. Moves. Shot clock at 6. For 3. It's rebounded by Bargnani. Bargnani's got 6 rebounds.
Oh, man, what a play. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark, brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Here's Mr. Moves. And nothing but hair on that one.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.